And we just told you about Governor Mike Huckabee's comments on Iran. And, of course, there's Donald Trump stirring up critics with his own slam on John McCain.
He's not a war hero.
He's a war hero.
He's a war hero.
5.5 years.
He's a war hero because he was captured. I like people that weren't captured, okay? I hate to tell you.
But the results are in. The Washington insiders could not have been more wrong. The comments did not really hurt Trump, as he's still leading in the polls, at least for now. So what does it take to survive a gaffe like that? Pollster Frank Luntz is a Fox News contributor. And Frank, good morning to you. You were there. We heard your voice there. You asked Donald Trump the question. Let's start with, are you surprised that this at least doesn't appear to have hurt, it didn't really hurt Donald Trump?
Yes, I'm surprised. I thought that you can say just about anything about anyone, but not someone who spent 5.5 years in a prisoner of war camp. And I was proven to be wrong. I will tell you that there's something about Donald Trump's persona, and you talked about it with Mark Cuban's quote, that allows him to say things that other candidates would never get away with. And there are certain candidates that are particularly good at this. And I want to give you one example. In the 1980 presidential debate, when Ronald Reagan grabbed the microphone in that great Republican gab fest early in the campaign, and he misquoted, he misidentified the moderator. His grabbing the microphone and saying, "I paid for this." Everyone forgave him that he got the guy's name wrong because he showed that he was a leader, he showed that he was tough, and that nobody was going to push him around.
He had command of the stage. I want to push it forward to the Fox debate that's coming up in 9 days and what the Republican candidates need to do. But let's look first back at some historical context. Let's listen to Howard Dean and the Scream.
Dakota and New Mexico. We're going to California and Texas and New York. And we're going to South Dakota and Oregon and Washington and Michigan. And then we're going to Washington, D.C. to take back the White House.
Now, Frank, his staff then and still says it was taken out of context because on TV it sounded crazier, but in the room they didn't quite hear it the same way off the mic. But bottom line, he never recovered.
He never recovered. And I was there with the press when that happened. And everyone who'd been on their laptops looked up, and they stared at him, and they were shocked. They looked at each other about 3 seconds, and then everybody burst out laughing. And you knew at that moment that because the press thought it was ridiculous, that they were going to translate that to the American people afterward.
Real quick, Mitt Romney in the last presidential race. Listen to this.
There are 47% of the people who will vote for the president no matter what. There are 47% who are with him, who are dependent upon government, who believe that they are victims, who believe that government has a responsibility to care for them, who believe that they're entitled to health care, to food, to housing, to you name it. But it's an entitlement, and the government should give it to them.
Frank, I talked to Republicans who say he just didn't fight back. He the president define him after that. Think ahead to this debate in 9 days. What lesson is there for the Republican candidates about fighting back against Trump or not? You got 30 seconds.
3 quick lessons. Number one is it's the soundbite that matters, not the overall presentation. You got to have 1 or 2 sentences that people like you play again and again. Number 2 is you got to be tough because you're going to have to break through 9 other candidates. And number 3 is that it has to resonate with very angry Americans. And by the way, we're going to be doing a dial session right after that debate. If viewers want to participate, they should go to luntzglobal.com. Again, luntzglobal.com. And they can turn the dials and react to those candidates and the gaffes that we know they're going to make.
Great insight from Frank Luntz this morning. We're looking forward to some of those gaffes. As you said, we'll be playing them. Good to see you.
Thank you.